You cannot wait. If anybody knows you, they know not only do you love sports, individually, you love horse racing. The Derby, 24 hours away. Churchill Downs. There's a new favorite, Timmy. I need to know the Vegas impact of Always Dreaming, the favorite at 4-1. Classic Empire opened as the 4-1 favorite. He's dropped to 6-1. Why is the money going to Always Dreaming?
Because I think he's going to be able to handle a distance. And for these young horses, every horse in this race is 3 years old. Getting a mile and a quarter could be their biggest issue. But I think who wins this race is going to have the cleanest trip. And I like horses that pass other horses, but you still have that ability that you don't want to fall too far behind. Classic Empire, right?
Yeah.
Has no chance of winning this race.
What?
Classic Empire,
He's 6-1.
has no shot at winning this race. No chance. No, he's already lost to Irish War Cry a couple months back.
It's a good name for a horse.
I think he's in a bad. That's going to end up being my pick. But I got to watch the track. I got to see if it's closers. It was closers today. We saw the Kentucky Oaks horse come flying on the outside. Closers had a very strong day today at Churchill. So I'm going to pay attention to the track trends. But I do know this. There's 20 horses. Just take a pen, pencil, draw a line through it. That horse is not winning. The 2-year-old champion is not going to come back and win. Past 2-year-old champions have had a lackluster time there in the Derby, translating that 2-year-old season into a Derby win. So I'm eliminating that horse for you. If I had to pick one horse, Irish War Cry.
You know my theory on horse racing. Let's take horse number 2. It's tried and true.
The 2-hole has not won a Derby race in 40 years.
That's why I'm broke. Thunder Snow is coming out of that 2-hole. That's a hell of a name for a horse. Thunder Snow down the stretch. No chance.
You know who used to say that? It was Dave Johnson was actually the race call then.
He did.
Last time I saw him, he had socks on and sandals, which is a horrible look. Whoever decided that was a good look. Great voice, though. Always talks like, ho. I wanted to ask him to do the down the stretch. And down the stretch they come.
Well, you and I will go back and listen to some of the greatest, like either Kentucky Derby, Preakness, Belmont calls of all time. And if they don't get the hair on the arm raised, you're not human.
He actually left a message for my dad on his birthday.
How'd it go?
My dad's name is Big Dan. And he called it Big Dan, like Big Dan won the race. And down the stretch they come. It's Big Dan on the outside.
That's something.
Yeah, well, he did the whole spiel. I'm not going to go through. I don't think anyone really cares.
You called the horse race.
I did call a horse race.
Could you just give me your down the stretch call?
The horse who won the race was Champagne Tony.
Yes, it was.
And I remember thinking before the horse race, I'm going to say if Champagne Tony wins, I got to have like a catchphrase with drinking. Sure enough, Champagne Tony comes up the rail, gets up, and I said, it's champagne tonight. Champagne Tony. It wasn't great. But you got to think, I got horses flying around.
Like a week?
What was I supposed to say?
It's champagne tonight for Champagne Tony.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to celebrate it. Yeah, I probably could have came up with something a little bit better, but I didn't expect he was going to win the race.
No wonder you haven't been called back.